The Race to the Stones, a 100km ultramarathon. Here we go again. 16 weeks until July 11th, which is when I will be doing this 100km ultramarathon. My first ever ultramarathon. Can't quite believe it. It's been a couple of weeks since Barcelona. We are already about 2 weeks into training for the Race to the Stones. I'm going to go into detail a lot more in this video of how my training has changed and is going to change over the next couple of months. We certainly have a lot to work on, a lot to look forward to, and many ways to get better. Overriding feeling from Barcelona, if you didn't watch the Barcelona video, watch the Barcelona video. A lot to learn, certainly fueling wise, especially for this ultramarathon, #1 priority. A multitude of other ways we can improve, more sessions, more running, lots of things that will make me a better, more mechanical, physiologically better runner. Yeah, we'll get into it in this video, but the Race to the Stones, 100k, is our next challenge, baby. Homemade sourdough bagels. Shout out, Mum. We are back into prep. Working our way towards the Race to the Stones. Obviously, you'd fucking know that if you've clicked on this video. 2 weeks now since Barcelona. Had a nice week off straight after the marathon, which was really needed. Last week, I chose to get back into training. It's not for everyone, but it kept me sane. Logging about 112k or 70 miles for the week. It's crazy how I can just bash that out now and it doesn't feel like a chore. 15 weeks to prep for a 100km ultramarathon. How do you even do that? Gonna wait and see and find out, eh? Spring is here, people. Back out stomping pavement. Camera does not catch it, but wowie, that was a windy one today. 15k, relatively easy, although the wind always makes it a bit hard at points. Finished off with 6 strides. The strides are getting a lot faster. A lot of changes that I'm going to bring to my training program. First off is the next 6 to 10 weeks. It's going to be speed development. I'm going to get into some faster stuff. I'm talking anywhere from end of May, we're going to do a 10k. Keep that one close. But all the way down to, 5k, mile, 800, even 400. Gonna go for an all-out 400 maybe on the track one time. Build that top end speed. Build up the amount of quality work we're doing each week. We're gonna move from 2 quality sessions a week to 3. We're gonna ease in, hopefully the body can handle it. The way our week will be set up, one of those quality sessions on Tuesday, that'll be our fastest. That's kind of mile 5k specific. I have another Thursday session, and I'll come on to that now. I've joined Cleethorpes Athletics Club. Had my first session last week. Threshold sessions on Thursday. Saturday or Sunday long run with more steady work, LT1-ish, or marathon, ultra marathon specific, I guess. Build up that time on feet as we get closer and closer to the ultra marathon in July. So we've got a lot on the schedule. What else is new? We have a lot new, so just bear with me here, but we're going to up our frequency of running. Instead of 6 times a week, we're going to hopefully move to 8 times a week, which is a lot. Normally before we did every single day apart from Sunday, which was a rest day. Now we're going to include on Wednesdays, I don't hit the gym normally, so Wednesdays we're going to split it into a double day. Easy in the morning, easy in the evening. On Sundays, which is normally our rest day, we're going to do another easy. Now, because this frequency is increasing, again, hopefully this is going to make my running mechanics better. All of this is to try and increase my, I guess, speed development, phase, improve my running mechanics. On Wednesdays and Sundays, a lot of what I was doing previously was just zone 2 or upper zone 2. Easy-ish, but not like any sort of recovery runs. Because we're upping our frequency, I'm going to incorporate some zone 1. Now, what does zone 1 look like? For me, about under 130 beats per minute. that feels slow. That is slow jogging. That's not really creating a lot of adaptation for me. Mainly just recovery running. Move around, but there will be at least 1, possibly 2 runs per week, which are strictly zone 1. So that's a lot of stuff. I've got even more stuff that's changing, but I'll probably tell you about that later. That is Monday of week 2 on our road to the Race to the Stones. All right, we're back at the track. Very different session. Blah. That was horrid. Had a load of 800s planned. Give myself a range. This is a lot more high intensity than I'm used to. Ended up doing 5 800s, about 320 per kilometer, and like 200 meter jogs between, which is less than I wanted to do. I wanted to do at least 6. Hey, I hit all splits. Just kind of backed out of it mentally towards the end. That was tough. Then we went into 4 300s, mile pace, maybe even like close to 800 pace, which was even more yuck. Yeah, and did 90-second stands on that horrid session. We are out on our first ever double day. This is what a zone 1 jog is looking like nowadays. Hopefully gonna help out with a bit of recovery between the hard days. Obviously now we've got our Tuesday sessions and our Thursday lactate threshold sessions. So to sandwich in between those two, I've got a double day on Wednesday, both zone 1. Very easy, some people would call it recovery running. You can't really recover by running. Best recovery is probably just sitting down. Anyway, a couple of thoughts behind this. More time on feet, just getting the legs used to going further for longer. Double day means I can get in more volume throughout the day. It's not as taxing. Break it up in half. My mechanics are fresher second time around, rather than doing one long 20k slog. I guess the main reason for it is to really just pull on the reins a bit, because Wednesday there's no need to be pushing it at all. You know, save it for the hard days. Sessions is where you'll get faster. Pretty much the idea. Game's gone, isn't it? First double day. Okay, we're in the car on the way home from Thursday's session, evening run, and this will probably be the first time you're seeing it, but obviously I've joined a track club. Thursday nights I'm going to be training with them. They also do sessions on Tuesday nights, but at the moment I want to be doing my own sessions which are more 5k specific. And I just want to have a bit of freedom to do my own type of workouts. A much different session to what we're used to normally. It was the exact workout that Team Mackay did like 2 weeks ago. It was 2 times 200, 2 sets of 2k, 1k, 400 with 90 seconds rest. And every single workout that this track club does, it starts off with just 1k threshold at the beginning, just to kind of flush out the pipes. Something I might take into my workouts, to be honest. It just gives you a bit of, you know, when you're fresh, it gives you that little bit of free kind of threshold work, you know? Almost feels like nothing, that first 1k rep, but you get some good quality work in. Threatened to botch that workout a bit with the boys. Yeah, met a few people, and it's different running in a pack. You don't have so much control over the pace, so everyone kind of shoots out in the first 200 meters, quickly starts dying. So, you know, heart rate jacks up straight away, and that's kind of not what you really want for a threshold workout, for the first rep of a workout especially. So covered quite nicely. We hit the 2k reps at about 350 per k, hit the 1k reps at more of a 10k pace. Those were 336. Who knows if that's actually 10k pace. Our 400 meter reps were supposed to be 5k pace, and that was about under 324 for me. So quick work. It was good, different stimulus, getting the legs ticking over. Not so much of a good threshold workout, but really, really nice to have an evening social track club workout. Run with a bunch of people who are faster than me, probably know a bit more than me, will have different insights to me. Lot to learn, lots to take from that experience, and yeah, we'll be back every single Thursday pretty much. Alright, it's my birthday, 23 now, and we've got 15k on the cards. I'm not doing 23k for 23, but I think we've officially reached UNC status because I've got to warm up now before easy runs. Or at least I feel like I need to warm up. Go out and get it done with, and then we can smash some cake in. Made a cake with my mum. I'll probably put a picture of that here.
Do you think maybe he's compensating for something?
How are we rating the new shoes? Alright, we're getting prepped for our long run this week. It's Saturday morning. You'll probably see that on fucking screen already. We're feeling a bit stiff and sore. Still getting used to the new amount of sessions we have. Obviously going from 2 to 3 in a week is a bit of a shift. Got 27k that we're planning to run today. A little bit of a workout of it. Idea with the long runs is we're going to gradually build these up over the months, and we've got a lot planned 3 months time, so I've got to get to a stage where I can handle some serious work. But yeah, going to keep on building it up. A lot more kind of steady work, like a moderate pace, prolonged kind of sustained hard-ish efforts, not really that hard, just to make me really durable. It was my birthday yesterday, so you might have already seen some clips. But these Super Blast 3s. Not going to use these today for the long run, but I will try those out probably tomorrow. Another thing to note, we're changing up our fueling a bit. Alright, intake more water, slightly less carbs, so it's like a less concentrated solution. Slightly less carbs, less sodium, more water, so it's more balanced. It does mean that I can't carry all of my fuel on me, so I'm going to have to leave it at the car, which is a bit of a challenge, but nothing we can't handle. Probably ran through completely. That was tough, man. That was tougher than I wanted. I'm used to the 3 sessions a week. Fatigued in the legs, to say the least. 10k easy. Plodding along at like my normal easy effort. I didn't really look at my watch. I don't normally look at my watch, but when I did, you know, about 9.5k in, definitely a bit slower than normal. Felt like the same effort, so I was immediately like, okay, today could be a long day. Then went into a 10k segment at like a steady effort. That was 4:25s. That was slower than normal, but slower than normal and a bit higher effort than I wanted. A little like 7k progression after that, which was tough. Back into the headwind. So it was a bit of a graft out there today, 27k, but glad to have got it done. And yeah, roll on. Just refuel, get going. Might take a bit of an adjustment period to this more intense training. It's a new day. It's a new day. It's Sunday. The boy's feeling a bit cooked. There's always going to be a bit of this tired teething period when you up your frequency or intensity or different parts of your training. So yeah, feeling a bit tired. So I'm going to knock out 8 and a bit k in zone 1. Finish off the week. 120k this week. It's going to be the end of our 2nd week of training for the Race of the Stones. So you'll probably see this at the end of the video, and I'll catch you next week.